Hello， 大家好，我是兰森。今天的故事发生在土耳其的塞尔丘克小镇。我们参观完以弗所之后，晚上来到当地的地毯店随便逛逛。台湾小姐姐来伊斯坦堡大学当交换生，所以她也对土耳其的地毯文化开始了一些研究。而我则是一窍不通的，之前完全没有接触过，所以呢，跟在她的后面也过来凑个热闹，开开眼界。地毯店的老板既友善健谈，同时呢也不 hard sell， 没有 push 要你非买不可。对于我问出的很多完全新手的问题呢，他也非常耐心的回答。当他捧出一本讲解地毯文化的书籍让我看的时候呢，我立马眼前一亮，因为我非常喜欢阅读这种知识类的博物馆类的书。翻开一看，里面全是我没有接触过的知识，又让我回想起7、8年前的自己第一次接触欧洲博物馆时那种发现新大陆的往日的心情，真的是记忆犹新啊。正当我沉迷着翻书的时候呢，走进来一对来自美国的夫妇，他们是特意来看望这个地毯店的老板的，因为前因后果是这个地毯店的老板的亲弟弟在美国得到他们的一些帮助，这次这么巧正好来到了土耳其旅行。
His cousin lives in San Francisco, where we live.
Cool.
We're from San Francisco. I'm trying to learn Mandarin. Took a semester, and I teach in Nanjing. I teach at the Nanjing University of the Arts.
Oh, Nanjing University.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. You are a professor.
Huh?
You are a professor.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, but I'm not smart enough to know how to speak Mandarin.
Sculpture.
Yeah.
May I ask how many years you work in Nanjing?
I started there in 2011.
2011. And when?
And I go back and forth. I've also taught, Jingdezhen.
Jingdezhen. Oh, Jingdezhen. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know the pronunciation.
Yes.
So the Jingdezhen Ceramics Institute.
Ceramic, yes. Okay.
Yeah, so I teach there.
So, okay.
Also.
Like you teach them something, they teach you something?
Oh, yes. Yeah, because they've been doing it 2,000 years. Oh, I love it. I love it, and I love all the history of China. The more I'm there, the more I learn. Now I lecture quite a bit about porcelain and the history of porcelain and how it's affected the world.
Many Western people, just because of the quarantine time is too long.
Well, yeah. So.
Plus, you don't know. Well, it's even when we were talking to.
It's even the policy become more severe.
Oh yeah.
So there is a post now.
Oh, it just happened recently because the citizens.
I know they were shutting down and the
The normal people, like normal citizens, they protest against the
Yeah,
But now
I get it.
Now what's happening
It's
is
very
the Chinese,
irony, I see.
Yeah,
they're slowly. They're now starting to speak more better. As
Have they started?
Yeah.
I try to stay away from the politics or I'll go insane.
Yeah, but now it's
The same
affecting.
in the US.
Now it's now affecting normal people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean in support, but I think when we read things when I read things in the news, it just starts to make my head explode.
Yeah.
I get so angry. And if I can do something, I will. If I could wave
I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I think
mindset.
it's good to kind of know what's happening, but it's so frustrating. The government, yeah, I mean, it's just heartbreaking. And I kept waiting. How many months ago was it when they said that if Nancy Pelosi came, they were going to take, oh, come on. It's like, this is so silly. But, and thank goodness they did nothing. So, we just hope for the best.
Yeah.
And, and then here we are in Turkey, and we're all looking at the Romans, thousands of years, 2,000 years of what the Romans did, and the craziness that they did. So the politics during Roman times were probably no different.
Human being
Emperors-
is always repeating itself.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes. Human nature, and you have emperors that are for the people, and emperors that are narcissistic and exploitive and power hungry, and then
Human history is always like democracy versus dictatorship.
yeah.
It's always repeating. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's the beauty of traveling is we realize we're all the same. We're all the same, you know.
Everybody just wants to make a living and be happy. But the problem is that we have governments.
And we
We have
have some very
governments, we have-
naive people. You know, I think it's only 30% of people in the United States have passports.
Oh, really?
So,
70% don't travel.
okay,
You do domestic.
Yeah.
so people,
Wow.
especially in the middle
I know.
of the United States, have not traveled. They haven't met foreigners. They know what's on television. They go to Disneyland, and that's it. Or
Yeah, I
maybe
know.
they go on a cruise.
I saw some sarcastic TV program to mock about them, those Americans.
Yeah.
Like
So they
show them a world map and then ask them to point out like which country is it, and they have no
They
idea.
have no idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have no idea. Yeah, and too bad those people are voting.
I know.
So, I mean, it's wonderful, yes, we can vote, but still, those people are voting.
I know.
They're very
Yeah.
naive, they don't understand. And I'll tell you,
Is it
in
correct?
2024, I am going to be someplace, I want to be in like Borneo,
Yeah.
someplace so remote, I don't want to hear.
Wow.
You don't want to support either party?
Oh, yeah, I do. I'm going to vote, and then, yeah, I don't want to listen. I don't want to, you know.
So you will vote for the Democratic or the
Democratic.
Oh, yeah, very.
Democratic.
I'm very progressive,
think-
open-minded.
I think what?
Well, or they're just they don't have any experience.
They're
They
scared.
don't
They're-
understand.
They're scared of anybody.
They're scared.
It's same.
If you watch
It's the
TV,
same in the middle part of China. Because you have been there, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like the cities around the sea will be more open-minded and
same.
more international.
Yeah,
Same
I mean,
Shanghai and Hong Kong and Guangzhou, they've always been more international.
Yes.
Yeah, more international.
his family is Shanghai.
And grandparents, yeah.
He
Are you
was
a
born
first
in Hong Kong.
generation?
Okay. If you want to
identify myself
tell
as
them
American,
something like
but
how the foreigners see or how the world see them, they won't listen. Like what you said about the Americans in the
Yeah,
middle.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they
I'm an American,
believe the little
but I'm
piece
not.
of news
Yeah, so
on
because
TV
I'm not fully accepted.
that's on TV
When I was
to
growing
make
up.
them
Yes, you-
experience fear.
They are so proud of it.
Yeah, an immigrant.
Maybe
So
if
I
you
mean,
go back, you will
which is-
listen more.
which is fine.
Yeah, they're so proud of
but I'm
the
still an
Yeah.
American.
the zero. It's just like the Northern Korean are so proud of themselves.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh God, that's the
But
problem.
when
Not
we went
it's so
to,
good you know
China.
more than one
they-
language.
they
That's
would-
my
they first
problem.
asked me, "What's
In
your Chinese
China, I
name?"
don't speak the
I said,
language.
I have no
And
Chinese
so,
name.
you know, I depend on the students
Because I never
to
had a
kind of
Chinese name.
explain
My
things
parents
to
never
me.
raised me as-
Yeah.
And they're
But-
very good. They're very
raised-
good at telling me
when I was
things,
raised,
explaining things to
all the
me.
schools I went to,
But still, I think you
there was
never
no
really
Chinese.
understand.
I was
Their
Portuguese.
system works. Like
We
I remember
lived
this one student was
And
showing
so I
me.
never-
There
I
had been a
never saw-
train
I only saw
accident and
people
made
when
the
I would go-
accident,
when we would
and then he
go
said,
to
"Watch, in
Chinatown,
15 minutes
and we would
we
only
won't
go to
be able to get
Chinatown
that."
once a month.
And that was such an eye opener to explain,
For dim sum.
you know, how
only
that
that's-
happened. You know, they tried to explain to me.
It's all automatic, you see.
Yeah.
You type one word and
Yeah,
you
but
will get delete automatically.
You're an
Yeah,
immigrant
that's
to the
what
United
the
States.
students all warned
And
me.
maybe in other-
You know,
like in other
certain
countries
words.
Similar words that it's called a censorship,
That's the way
like
people
vocabulary
Yeah.
system or something like that.
Yeah.
So there are a lot
Yeah.
of people.
So
I know.
nowadays, young people will gradually forget.
You can't fix
They
that.
don't even know what that is, you know.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
live in San
exactly.
Francisco,
exactly. They
How is
won't.
the cultural
So when we connect it back to the Roman Empire, it's like the cultural and the historic is fading.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And just like the Nazis.
Yeah.
I mean, when you said that, I thought, oh, that's exactly what happened in 2016 in the U.S. Is that, the misinformation is hurting us.
It's a department, it create fake message. Yeah, fake news, fake message, and and spread to the people.
Yeah. So many of the students, I always had a VPN.
Yes. So then they can cross the wall and see the Western news.
Yeah.
Yeah, English world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's when things started to change.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's when things
Somebody
started coming
came to-
into the United States.
Yeah.
And so they started moving to California.
Certain parts of San Francisco, you go in, and it's like, wait a minute, all the signs are in Mandarin.
Yeah, it's true.
And it's like, I don't even know
Exactly.
what they're saying.
Yeah.
And
We're one of the few states in the country where if you can get your driver's license and you can take your driver's license test in either Mandarin, Spanish, Tagalog, Filipino. But same thing, it's like if you're in San Francisco, Los Angeles, it's very open. But you go
In the middle.
you go 50 miles, 100 miles inside California, then it's very different.
so it's good, though, that there's more travel. That, I think of some places I've traveled, some places in China, more rural, and I might be the only American woman they ever meet in their life.
Yeah.
They're going to form their judgment
Yeah.
of the U.S. Now
They will have a
seen on TV.
stereotype.
They meet somebody. So I think that's good. The more we circulate, the more
It's creating this type of stereotypes, like against all foreigners. You see?
Yes.
I don't know if you can feel it or not.
Yeah,
It's
but-
against all foreigners.
The same-
Systematically create a hatred. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some that are trying to do that.
where they used to like foreigners to
Yeah,
come
they used
and
to like.
teach and
We had Trump
Yeah.
for 4 years, and he wanted America to become isolated. So he wanted to close the borders to not let anybody that was not white.
and create fear.
But I think that's the scary part for all of us is that when people like that get in power, and then it's with us it wasn't the majority of the people, it was just a minority, but they have the power. Doesn't really coincide with today's economics and societies and the way things operate. And I think that's the same. It's the same issue where the few control the many, and that makes it hard
But,
for everybody.
humans are so easily controlled by fear. So as an adult, I have never owned a television. I have never lived with a television or owned a television. And the reason why is because I know that I'm human. And when I'm near a television, I'm just like, that it's too easy to be influenced.
Yes.
That I'm near a TV, that it's so easy. It's so easy to be influenced.
But that is how most of the people, like inside the
Yes.
province,
It's
that's
same
the
in
only way they receive message.
Yeah. Same in the U.S., where and the TV is all made to manipulate. And it's been funny going around here in Turkey. People look at us and they're like,
They never
Are
see
you
this before.
married?
Yeah, they never see
you
this.
married?
They're so traditional.
yeah.
Yeah, especially
And-
more Chinese, more Asian men.